Hello everyone, today is Tuesday, November 19th. It's about 5:21 p.m. Eastern Time. I have another live trading video from Trader Jim. In today's video, Jim features the NASDAQ on a 987 tick chart. This is the live simulation, just our template, 100% automated template we have running on the NASDAQ. Here's how it performed today. Now, in contrast to the way Jim trades, Jim chooses a direction, and he's also using the open range filter on his, but today he went short only. He was leaning to the short side. The version we have here trades both directions. We just kind of let it rip, and it had 5 trades today. There was one loser here. You can just see this drawdown in equity. That was about $150 on that trade, and then it came back with 4 winners in a row, back to back, and caught the moves here. And it hit its goal of 500. I think the goal on this one is indeed 500 with no slippage. So the 987 tick is indeed a reliable chart. Now let's look at the levels here. You know, the shape of the price action here, the pattern, and see why these levels might have come into play. Okay, so yesterday I showed this Super Renko 12 tick, and I showed this area where there was resistance here, and you can see these are both areas of high volume. This 83, 13 or 14 area, you can see it here in the Globex session, all the volume here, and then here, this shaded area is the daily and weekly open for Monday, yesterday. And you can also see where I talked about this area being resistance, and then it broke through, and it was resistance, and then it became support here. And as we move into today, so again, you can see the key levels here at price, and here's how the market interacted with these levels of high volume. And of course, the daily and weekly open is a strong area of confluence, and that was the low of the market today. It was the daily and the weekly opening price right about here, or if not exactly the price, you know, right in there. It looks like actually the weekly open right here and the daily open, because it's indicated right here where it says 0%. So that was the low of the market today. So it's interesting how this level, and that's supported by this high volume here. Okay, so down here is the range grid, and I made this a little bit larger. So this red line here, try to zoom in here, this is 25% of the daily range. This blue line here, in between here and here, this is 50% of the range, and this is 75% of the range in this level. And then here, where it plotted blue, it hit 100% of the range. So interestingly, that also coincided in time and price with the low of the day. The market reached 100% of its average daily range. This chart's looking back 50 days. And then the market had a pretty sharp reversal. So this is another example of how the FibGrid can help you determine where the market might reverse and how much further it might go based on how much of the range it has achieved in a day. The previous day, I didn't notice this yesterday, but the low of the day also coincided near 100% of the range, which was actually right here at this time, and then it was made shortly thereafter, and that was the low of the day, and then the market reversed just a little bit after. This looks like to be about 125% of the range here, so there was a little bit of overshoot there. So the FibGrid indicator, very useful. In the coming days, I'll be making a video to give a deeper dive into the FibGrid. Down here in the lower left are statistics for how many sessions it reached, a percentage of the range, how many days, and so forth, and how many ticks that is, and that can be all very useful information. Okay, let's have a look at Trader Jim's video for today.
November 19th, pre-market 987 Heikin-Ashi tick chart. Looking for a short because I still think 8360 is going to be very difficult for them to deal with right now. I think they need to go lower, possibly as low as 8315. Once there, they could form up on 8315, but at this point, I don't see them staying up here. So even though this is pre-market, I'm taking a short and looking for lower prices. Okay, well, we are about to open. And this is still the same trade. We are above 8360, but I don't think we're going to close the day above 8360. Now, there is a possibility they will try 8390, but ultimately, I think they should be below 8360. So they're opening and they're going lower. So that's my hope, really. I should not say hope, it's a bad word. According to how I see the market behaving, we should see prices below 8360. It is true they spiked it during Globex, but Globex is a very different animal. And I think we should go lower. This is another chart. So this is the open range filter, 500 tick. You've seen this before. This one is trading just one contract. And again, clicked on shorts only, looking for a move lower. I know it might seem like I'm going against the trend, and it, in some ways, this trade is definitely against the trend. But remember that upon confirmation only, I was looking for a trade below 8360. So it's not just I just shorted 8360. I waited for a confirmation. So in this chart, the confirmation would be the 987 Heikin-Ashi tick chart, which is very reliable for at least short-term trends. Confirmed that indeed prices should go lower, and that's why I took the short. I would never recommend just shorting a top or buying a bottom, even if it's an important price. I would wait for some kind of a confirmation. So that's the other chart, trading two accounts at the same time. One contract, daily open range filter. So on this chart, we already hit our target, right? It was fast. I don't know if I showed time and sales. I should have done that. I'm sorry. So 987 Heikin-Ashi chart continues to be extremely consistent. Now this trade was taken before market open. Very often you see me now taking trades during Globex, partly because my days are very busy with my other endeavor, and second, because there are just less opportunities during the day given the condensed range and volatility. But you can see the 987. I mean, even pretty much after Globex opened last night. Look how beautifully consistent it is. Filters out a lot of noise and just focuses on the trend. Trend up would have been definitely a winning trade, and then trend down, a trade that I participated in. Beautiful. Really could not ask for anything better here. And I don't even have to manage it. So once I set it up, I just leave it. I am at a point now that I completely trust the auto trader. I know it's going to do the right thing. I've seen it operate flawlessly even when internet service was interrupted. I mean, as amazing as that sounds. I think I caught it in one of the videos a month or 2 months ago. I actually left the house and I left the recording going, and you could see that internet just stopped working. Prices stopped moving. And still, the arbitrator did not skip a beat. So I guess we can focus on this trade now. Glad I was able to catch this because I do have to leave maybe around 11, 11:30. Still got time. I want to see this trade come to completion. As I said, I believe on daily basis, we should be closing below 83.60. Now, if they close above 83.60, I'm talking about on a day now, that is the first hint for a move to 84.37. That's what I was working on last night, kind of trying to calculate what if. I always have two scenarios. One scenario, what should happen as a normal market activity, and then what if the market does something unusual? Well, if they can close the day above 83.60, that unusual would be a move to 84.37 and fast. All right, so we are now trailing. The trailing kicked in. Okay, so I got taken out on the trail here. I unclicked the shorts. For now, I'm going to give it a chance to bounce up some. Now, hopefully it didn't happen prematurely here. It might just keep on going. Oops, wrong thing. Yeah, just hoping for a bounce at this point. I still think lower prices for now, but I would love a bounce first. I don't know if that would take me all the way back to the open range, but something slightly higher than this. Well, unfortunately, it looks like I missed the boat on this one. I was hoping for a break of the volatility stop, a move higher, and then another move lower, and then I would have taken a short, but didn't do that. Came bounced right off the volatility stop like it so often does, as the BWT indicators are solid. Did not give me a retracement. Okay, well, here is the bounce. Now I'm gonna click shorts again, and let's see if we can continue the move down. Okay, so while we wait for the open range, this is the same 987 Hakinashi chart. I just loaded up the combine with a $500 target here. Still feeling good about the downside. All right, so here's the short upon the break of the volatility stop. Let's see if we can get lower prices and finish up the target for this account. This one again, trading just one contract. Just one contract with a 650 target. So definitely very ambitious. Okay, so this is the combine on the same 987 Hakinashi chart with a $500 target, two contracts. Sorry, walked away, and apparently everything hit their targets here. We have the, let's maybe this one away. The 500 tick hitting the target, the daily target with nice slippage. Take a look at this, beautiful. So there were two trades here. Coming out from the open daily range, a short, stop on the trail, another short, boom, target hit. Now this amount is trading just one contract. Can't get any more impressive than this. Actually, my target was 750. I thought it was 650. I apologize. My target was 750. But hitting 750, trading one contract on just two trades. I mean, what a phenomenal piece of software. How it waited over here, did not take a short, waited for the right time, and then boom. Took just a little bit of heat on this trade over here, but really nice job. And then the 987 Hakinashi for the second time today on a different account. This is the combine. So as of right now, I am pretty much even on my combine. I was down 492, but here it is. Beautiful trade. Left a lot on the table. Should have raised the target. I knew lower prices were coming upon the failure of 8360, and here it is. So just beautiful, easy trading day today. So we saw what? We saw three accounts traded live. Well, this is late in the day, but I'm trying one more trade. They tried to test 8360, and looks like they're failing at it, which could very quickly, even before the end of today, bring a nice flush down. So this is what I'm counting on. Another funded account using a 987 Hakinashi chart. There we go. There we go. So not looking for anything huge, just enough of a move down to hit some targets. They tried 60. I think they got as high as 62, but just couldn't hold on. And again, as I've been saying this whole day today, just not thinking they will close today above 60. Although it would be interesting if they did. Closing above 60 at this point would just be extremely bullish. We could be 100 points higher tomorrow. All right, so the sell-off could still take place, but I'm getting a bit out of time. So it was the computer clock, account, and time and sales. I'll just cut this short, unfortunately. So just a small profit on this one, but overall it was a great day, and let's see what tomorrow will bring.